So there we are again. It's episode 7 of L&D so far and in future. And I have an amazing person with me today, a very senior, experienced lady who used to look after people, take care of their well-being for their employers' sake, and moved on to taking care of people for their sakes. Come on in, Binda. It's been a long time since we... there you are. So
Thank
nice
you,
to see you.
Dave. Thank you.
So nice to see you after such a long time. And talking of wellness, let's say I want to remain well. What would that depend on? What are some of the pillars it rests on? I'm trying to understand the concept of wellness.
Yeah, Dave, when we talk about wellness, it's not just the physical wellness or personal wellness what we talk about. It is a holistic way that we look at it. So we have to look at all the dimensions of wellness. Personal and physical could be one. We talk about emotional wellness or mental wellness. Then occupational, intellectual wellness would be the third one. Financial wellness, not to forget, and the spiritual wellness. So these are the 5 main pillars of wellness that we focus on normally.
So for lack of time, let's pick 2 out of them. The personal wellness and occupational wellness. So
Sure.
could you go a little deeper? What are the parts of these 2?
Okay, when we talk about occupational wellness, and as I said, intellectual it becomes a part of that, because when we are working in our professions, we have to keep ourselves updated with whatever kind of work we are into. And if I may say so, like take for example today's scenario, we are all around and working. Most of us were working from home, and some of us continue to work from home. But these are the kind of times when we can work on our upgrading our skills and knowledge. So that becomes part of our occupational wellness also, because not that we just get into a role or a profession and that's the end of it. It's a continuous learning process. So
and
I'm a
that's a
learner
part
forever.
which people realize when the boss comes and says so. To be proactive on that is a part easy to miss.
That's right. That's right.
So that's occupational. And if I want to be in peace, my personal wellness, in times like these when nothing is certain, nothing is known, everything is an X factor, how do I achieve that? There'll be too many butterflies jumping around.
True. So what happens is it's very, very important to accept oneself as it is. So sometimes, we are always looking for something which we don't have. And we forget, we are not grateful for whatever we already have. That is one of the most important phase when one goes through, and then we start feeling anxious about things. The fear factor comes, the nervousness, the low self-esteem and all that comes in. So we have to work on that. It's very important to accept oneself and then go on from there. It makes a big difference.
So let's say, suppose I'm a person, I'm just making this up. Suppose I'm a person who had a pretty stable job and I've lost it to COVID. And now I'm jumping up and down with all kinds of, and I'm totally focused on what I don't have. So what would be a framework for me to get my balance back?
Okay, there would be, I think today there have been some people who are into similar kind of a situation, and it must have affected them heavily. And very important that this kind of a situation, when you're faced with, we can't control something which is not in our control. So when you are in a given situation, look at the possibility of avoiding it. If there is a possibility of avoiding it, good. If not, see if you can alter the situation. If that situation cannot be altered, we need to accept it. Having accepted it, one learns, or one tends to adapt to the situation and then move on. It becomes a lot more easier.
Hey, slow down. I seem to notice there's a very well thought out pattern in there. What did you say? Avoid, then
Avoid, if not, try to alter the situation.
alter,
If not, accept it. Having accepted, learn to
avoid,
adapt to it.
adapt. Yes, yes. So there are 4 A's in there. It suddenly
That's right.
occurred to me.
Yes.
Avoid,
So the 4 A's,
alter, accept, adapt.
that's
Wow.
right.
I think I'll practice that right from tonight itself. That was one. By the way, what made you this amazing person who focuses, who gives people these inputs? How has the journey been? What's taken you here?
Well, I have been an HR professional, and when I decided to move out of the corporate world, I wanted to focus on, because I've been into people management, and I've been a people's person also, and a lot of it comes from my own personal experience or the journey that I have gone through uh, during the professional and personal life, and that's why it has been a conscious decision to work on well-being of people, on wellness, and that is
Sort of
how I
giving
have.
people back what you've learned, if I'm not.
That's right. What I've learned, or wherever I felt that I did not, I was not able to balance when I wanted to, or I could have. So I just try and share my experience and see if I can help or make a difference to people's life and add value to them.
That is wonderful. Experience is a comb which life often gives you after you've gone bald. So if your learners can
Exactly.
learn from your experience, all the better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Thank you.
So thank you so much for this. This will really help it'll help me personally to cope with these strange times. And I can see looking at you that you're coping pretty well. That's quite
Thank
obvious.
you.
So God bless you and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Dave. It has been nice talking to you.
It's been lovely and it's been a long time, but it's as if nothing's changed.